Do you have problems with your eyes? Do you have problems with short-sightedness? Well, if you do, my next guest has got some fantastic news for you. A new clinic opening up and some fantastic new treatments for this problem that I'm sure a lot of us face. His name is Jagrut Lalu and he is here from Hamilton to tell us all about what he does. Kia ora, Jagrut, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good, nice of you to be here. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
So, short-sightedness, what's the technical term for short-sightedness?
Short-sightedness is otherwise known as myopia. So that means without any spectacles or any contact lenses on, you can see things quite well for close-up things, but then far away things are actually blurry.
Okay, so there we go. There's the short-sighted, long-sighted. Short-sighted, you see things close. Long-sighted, you see things far away.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, so what is the treatment that you can offer to our audience who are watching that may be short-sighted?
Well, in the last year or so, we've had a lot of worldwide international research come out to promote or basically explain to us that we now are understanding the mechanism of how people become short-sighted from when they're at a young age. So a lot of short-sightedness tends to start showing up in our teens or perhaps even earlier. I myself started becoming short-sighted when I was 3 years of age. What we know is we're starting to delve into the very beginning of understanding the whole mechanism, and what we know is basically that we've got 3 different options which can slow people down and stop them from getting worse. And eventually, I'm predicting in the future, in probably 10 or 15 years' time, we may even have a way to permanently actually halt it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So we've got 3 separate options, and I kind of prescribe them for different age groups. So one option is the use of some spectacles, and it's a spectacle lens. Now, from what we know from the research, there's only been one published paper on this particular form using spectacle lenses. It's made by a company called Zeiss, and it's called a MyoVision spectacle lens. What we know is that we can actually stop people from getting worse by up to 30%. Now, when I say 30%, what I mean is, let's say I know that you are 0 now, so no prescription at all, but then I can predict in a month's time you're going to be -10, okay, just a number, -10. What I'm saying with this particular option, being 30% reduction, is that if after doing this treatment we can assume that you may be able to, instead of being -10, you might be -7 or -8, so 30% less of what your total would be. The other 2 options are contact lens based options. One of them is a daily contact lens, and that was actually developed by a researcher in Auckland, at the University of Auckland, based in the optometry school there, and now that's currently in its international trial phase. It's made by a company called CooperVision, and it's called a MiSight contact lens. From the research that we know about that, there have been a few more papers written. We can safely say that it can reduce someone's short-sightedness by up to 50%. And it's a daily worn contact lens. So what we will do is we prescribe them just to wear during the day. You take them out at night and you throw them in the bin, kind of thing. And there's enough to have daily, yeah.
So it's like medicine, contact lenses that are actually medicine, that are healing, in a sense, your eyes. They're not just making up for the problem. They
exactly right, yeah, exactly right. So in the past, we've just basically prescribed glasses or contact lenses and then reviewed them in appropriate times, maybe 6 monthly, maybe yearly, or sometimes even 2 yearly. Now, that's the second option. Now, that one reduces your prescription by up to 50%. So what we know by that is, if we go back to our example again, you're 0 now, and in a month's time you're -10. With this procedure, we can potentially keep you at -5. So it's getting lower. The third option is actually another contact lens-based option, and that's called Ortho-K, or orthokeratology. It involves you sleeping in a specially designed hard contact lens at night. You wake up, then you take them out, and then you can see. So it actually remoulds your eye whilst you've slept.
Wonderful. Right, well, I understand that we're going to be talking about Ortho-K with you a little later on in another interview. But for now, for those of us who have watched this one, where is your clinic? Where can we come and see you?
So this clinic is based in Hamilton. It's the first of its kind in the country. It's called a myopia control clinic. We're working closely with our ophthalmologists or specialists of the eye because our patients are going to be, we're going to be recording the actual length of their eye. That's what changes when someone becomes more short-sighted.
Okay.
We're based in Hamilton at Visique Rose Optometrists.
Wonderful.
Our contact details, if you'd like to know, you can get a hold of me through a website. There are two. One is for the Orthokeratology Society for Oceania, and I can help you, point you into the direction of a local specialist. There's also orthokami.co.nz and 0800 Ortho-K is a phone number that you can contact me on. I'm happy to help any of your viewers to find a specialist in their area.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jagrut Laru. We appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Kia ora. Well, for those of you who are interested in that third option, the Ortho-K option, keep a lookout on City News over the next few days because we're going to be having another interview with Jagrut and he's going to tell us all about that then. For those of you who are interested in still watching us, come back again and watch us for another night, but that is City News for this evening. So thank you so much for your time, and don't forget, if you've got any news, information or anything you'd like to share with us, then forward it to news@tv-rotorua.co.nz or call through to us on 0734 88 984. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Pō Mārie.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand.